Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the season of Taurus 2026. Let me get to my notes. How are you? So, for our earth signs, Taurus, you may feel a little lighter right now. Now that Uranus has, what's today, the 27th. Uranus has shifted out of your sign into Gemini. So you might be breathing a sigh of relief that there's less pressure, less tension on you, right? For 7 years, you've been kind of holding this force within you that has been forcing you or pushing you beyond your comfort zone. And that's okay, right? Because it's always good to be pushed beyond our comfort zone. That's how we grow. But anyway, for our earth signs, so this season brings about stability, right? Focusing on, consolidating your gains, financial security, and sensual comforts, probably more so for Taurus, right? So this is for earth signs. This is a time to slow down, to really kind of slow down and get grounded, and start to reap the rewards of what you've been creating. It's been a while. So we have 3 decks here. We have the Earth Magic, we have the Fairies deck, we have 4 decks, our tarot, and then we have the archangels. So Taurus, we will start off with you, our first earth sign, and let's see what the Earth Magic deck, what information does this hold for you? What information is it giving you right away? Fire, passion. So now, it's funny, sometimes when we are not pushed to do something, that's when we decide to break free. And for Taurus, this might be the thing. Under, having Uranus in your sign, you've got 2 cards that popped out, so we'll take them. So 3 altogether. So since Uranus was in your sign, and that's, again, pushing you past your boundaries and your comfort zone, sometimes we resist, right? We resist the push. But now that the push is gone, you have fire, right? The fire dancer here, passion. You also have volcano, volatility. And I think that's just a transitional phase. Volatility, both cards of passion, heat, fire, and breakthroughs. And we do that because it's time for purification. Time to get rid of all of that stuff that's been stuck. The way you've been feeling, and maybe you felt a little controlled with Uranus. So this break free time is time to purify and get rid of all the stuff, right? Especially with the volcano, right? It's just kind of pushing out all the stuff that we don't need. And for so many, this is a really good time for purification. This is a good time to get rid of all the stuff that has kept us stuck, stagnant, uncomfortable. And there's nothing wrong with being uncomfortable, but when it's forced on you, then there's a problem, right? That's when we feel it. So let's see what the fairies hold. What message do the fairies hold for our Taurus friends in their season, Taurus season? And on the 1st, which is Friday, May 1st, we will have the full moon in Scorpio. So that is, your opposite sign. So get ready for that to bring forward, especially in a volcano, things that have been hidden underneath the surface. It could be revealing secrets, either secrets someone has kept from you, or secrets you've been holding back on that kind of need to be revealed, right? In order for you to kind of purify your path forward, to get rid of all this stuff. Just saying. In Scorpio, there's no apology there from Scorpio. They're just like, nope, this is coming out. Trust your intuition. I think Sagittarius had this as well. Trust your intuition. So whatever it is it's telling you, you have a lot of passion and heat, that maybe this passion has been stirred up since Uranus has been in your sign. Because, Taurus, you're a fixed sign. So you don't like a whole lot of movement. And when you start to feel things inside, you kind of, you don't always wear your heart on your sleeve, right? You show it in different ways. You show it by the way you move through this world and by the actions you take. So trust your intuition. Let's see what the tarot holds for our Taurus friends for their own season. And let's see. Very interesting. You're starting off with fire and passion. And we just came out of Aries season, which is all fiery and passionate, right? So maybe some of that is carrying over. So let's see what the cards hold for our Taurus friends. Nine of Swords. Yeah. Okay. So Nine of Swords. Yeah. Has your intuition been blocked? Have you not allowed yourself to hear it? Or has this life itself gotten in the way? So we'll do 7 cards and then the root card on the bottom of the deck. Okay, 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, Princess of Pentacles. You have some fire energy here, Taurus. Queen of Wands. Check that out. So allowing in your comfort zone, like your passions to come forward. Now that you've gotten rid of, again, now that Uranus is gone. And it's been a long 7 years for you, but it's also a time where you get to find out who you are. And now it's time to let that out. So let's see what we have. You have a lot of wands. You have a lot of fire and heat. So, and rain is purification, but so is fire to burn the stuff off. So here we go. 9, no major arcanas. 9 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, King of Swords. So I'm going to ask you, Taurus, like, what have you been overthinking things, or what has kept you from letting yourself be authentic to yourself, letting the innermost part of you come out? And this could be where this volcano comes from, right? Letting what's inside come out and feeling the freedom. You know, each sign has their own element. And each element tends to be a little envious of the element before and after, or the other elements, like, oh, I wish I could do that. So Taurus, is there something within you that you wish you could put out there? Because maybe the fire signs, are really good at putting things out there. And what have you talked yourself out of doing, Taurus? You're coming to an end of that. Happiness is definitely coming for you. And getting really clear. Again, this is about your security and reaping the rewards of what you've been through. You've been through a 7 years phase, right, with Uranus. So maybe that 7 years has given you a spice of clarity. And now you're going, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Have you kept yourself from being a little footloose and fancy free? You have 2 3s here, 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. This is your money, right? This is the community that you work within, or how you make your money. This could be a new job, but I don't necessarily get that per se. But this is having innovative and new ideas, right? The King of Swords is clarity, is a clear mind. And there are 3 birds, by the way, in this card, and this is the 3 of Pentacles. So if the number 3 means something to you, I would just kind of look and see if you see number 3 around quite often. Maybe you have different multiple projects that you want to work on right now, and you can work on all of them, Taurus. This is a really good time for you to really go beyond your limits, right? Again, Queen of Wands, she's completely uninhibited. She's just going for life because the lights are up because she feels good. Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles, right? Starting a new foundation. But like taking your time and having fun with it. So this feels like a passion project. 4 of Wands, and look at these 2. They're just kind of like steering the wheel together. Kind of like both using their own ability to steer the wheel in their direction, right? So there's passion projects coming your way, Taurus, or maybe they're already there and you're recognizing it, but now is the time to put that into play, especially during your time. And I would imagine during the Scorpio new moon, it may reveal to you like what's been holding you back, and also may reveal to you if someone has been holding you back. And let's see what archangel or what angel guidance is here for you to guide you through all this, right? There's a lot happening, but you can handle it, Taurus. You're grounded. Zadkiel, karmic release. It's time to release what's holding you back and step into a more radiant self. What's holding you back, right? This is exactly what I said. Trust your intuition. If it's time to release and step into your radiant self, trust your intuition. What lights you up, the passion you feel inside, even if it's not comfortable to put it out there, that is your intuition talking to you. If you don't answer it, it will get louder until a volcano erupts. Yeah. So you're definitely going on a brand new path. Something completely different. Something, but you know that's in there. It's already in there and you know it. Open yourself up, Taurus. Trust your intuition and enjoy the journey. It's going to be an exciting one for sure. Let's put these cards back. And we will move on to Virgo. It's back the right way. Hello, Virgo. How are you? Welcome to your reading for Taurus season. It's exciting. There's a lot of big changes with all of the... Okay, 2 cards came out already. There's a lot of big changes with all of the signs. All of them. So, yeah. But you're an earth sign, so it's a good thing because our earth signs ground very easily. This way they're not swayed too quickly in one direction or the other. Strength, mountain, very grounding, right? Reminding you that you have the strength of a mountain when it comes time for change and breach, right? Almost very like the water element compared to the volcano. For this is like the volcano was the eruption, and this is the water element of breaching the surface, right? Coming up for air. Breaking through some barrier. And you have the strength to do it for sure, Virgo. I'm telling you, these cards, I love when they just do this. They just kind of pop out. We'll see what the fairies hold for our Virgo friends. I will pull you 2 of these because Taurus had 3 of the earth. And that's because 3 popped out for them. So you have on here, make music. So artistic, it could be music, right? Or an artistic expression. Maybe you're learning a new musical instrument. Maybe you're taking music lessons or singing. Maybe you're playing, maybe you're listening to different music, right? Virgo, what does this hold for you? One more card for Virgo out of here. Magic of nature. Oh, okay. So you have strength and breach, right? Breaching the surface, going beyond where you've been, but knowing you have the strength to break through, making music, and the magic of nature. Look at that card. Like it's like the little fairies just kind of dancing around, playing with the little. It looks like bubbles when you were kids. You used to blow bubbles, right? So trust in the magic of nature. And nature is grounding. So get out into nature and trust and that there's magic. There's magic everywhere. I wake up in the morning, and my new thing now, it changes all the time, right? Because there's always things I want to think about. But I say to myself, like, what miracles will present themselves today, or what miracles will I notice? And what gifts, is the universe bringing to me, right? And then the other day I saw a friend of mine I haven't seen in many years. She's from Tunisia. Yeah, we did a yoga teacher training together, and so it's like you just kind of never know. So they're like the little things that are miraculous, right? So magic in nature. Okay. This card is face down. I'll put these back. So yeah, miracles and magic, you know, they don't have to be these big quantum things. You always think about it as something really huge. But just seeing someone you haven't seen in a long time, or hearing a song on the radio that brings you back to another time, that brings... Apparently I'm having hand trouble today. Brings back memories or whatever. You know, that is magic too. So when you see certain birds or butterflies, right? Like, that is magic in and of itself. Let's see if my hands will work today. One card face down, then you have the moon that popped out. So it's either the cards are really jumpy or my hands are just not coordinated today. And on the root, oh, we have one more. One more. I think I only pulled 6 for Taurus, but we'll see. And again, sometimes the mind gets lost. The universe. So the root of your month, right, or your this season of Taurus, is like, what have you learned? You're coming to the conclusion of a really big lesson. You have the universe, major arcana, the last card in the major arcana deck, the moon, right? Like, what are you keeping inside? 6 of Pentacles, King of Cups, Prince of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. I think Sagittarius had that as well. Prince of Swords, Prince of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. You have the King and Cups. Let's go into this. Very interesting. I'm going to say that you've learned a lot about relationships and yourself in relationship. You have the King and Queen of Cups, divine counterparts, both illuminated with full moons. So it would be interesting to see, Virgo, what happens during this Scorpio full moon. What encounters this brings together for you, or what healing this brings to an existing partnership or understanding. When divine counterparts come in, that's a really big sign. I'll be interested to see what angel comes up for you. So again, this is a lesson about, well, what you've learned a lot about relationships and yourself in relationship. 6 of Pentacles. This is generosity. This is fairness. This is being joyful and giving and receiving. Because the pentacles that are coming into her little apron there, she's going to be sharing them out. So this is harmony. This is balance. And maybe this is what you haven't been able to see within yourself for a while. Either you haven't been able to receive harmony and balance, or you haven't been able to give it. But this is all starting to change. Your emotional place is starting to open up. Not that it hasn't been, but it feels like there's a more comfortable place within that. Not being afraid to look at feelings and emotions. Prince of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Prince of Pentacles. Taurus had two threes. You have 2 princes. So these are the knights. Equate with the knights in the traditional Rider-Waite. So really moving forward. Although the Knight of Swords can be a little erratic sometimes, charging full speed ahead without really having a plan. But then the Knight of Pentacles, or the Prince of Pentacles, comes up and says, no, we're moving ahead, but we're making sure we lay a solid foundation. Ace of Pentacles this is our opportunity to start fresh and to make things right. We've learned way too much about ourselves and about life to let this, to bypass this. Again, you're strong, right? You can take your time and still let yourself feel all the emotions and all the intuition, and allow yourself to be swept up by the energy of the moon and still get grounded and be strong enough, because you're going into a brand new phase. You're breaking free from whatever it is. Maybe music therapy helps. Maybe, I just love that card. She's playing the harp. It's so beautiful. And maybe you're just starting to trust. This is like the magic of nature. And nature is also you. We're all nature. Maybe you're starting to trust the nature of your own self, Virgo. And maybe that's where your magic comes from. Yeah, so maybe make music. It is what song is within your soul. That's a good question. Let's see what angel is guiding you through this. I'm very interested. I'm curious. My mind is curious here, Virgo. But it's always curious, right? It's always a curious mind. But you kind of have to be curious in order to do this type of work. Jeremiah, personal responsibility. Take responsibility for your choices. This is an opportunity for inner growth, right? And the moon is your inner self, the aspect of yourself that you don't see. So, yeah, allow yourself to receive this inner growth. This is a really great opportunity. And again, this is your emotions. This is also your intuition. This is setting that new foundation. And yeah, you're getting really clear as to what you want, but you're being specific. Not cautious, but you're being specific as to how you move forward, because you've learned in the past that hasn't always been the right way. Maybe you moved too fast in the past. And now it's time to slow down and be very intentional, because your inner growth. Virgo, great reading. I love this for you. Let us know where you're growing, if you feel inclined to do so. Let me put some of these in the middle of the deck. Put these back, and we will move on to hello Capricorn. How is Capricorn today? Welcome to your reading for Taurus season. I know I'm a little late on these. Sometimes life gets busy. I have someone in the hospital. She's been in and out. I've been teaching extra yoga classes. And people have been asking me to put yoga online. So what do you think? You think I should do that? I don't know. But anyway, Capricorn, let's go into you. This is your time. What information, right, does Earth magic hold for you? As the grand of Earth signs, right? As the royalty of the zodiac. For sure. Since they came out face down, we'll leave them face down for now. We'll pull your fairies cards. And we'll put them all together. Interesting, just to see the backs of the cards. Like this is the back of this deck. And then this is the back of this deck. And this is the back of the angel deck. Just in case you wanted to see. Sometimes the backs of the cards are just as beautiful and telling, right, as the front of the cards. And sometimes I can judge whether or not I like a deck as to what by the back of the cards, because that's what I see the most, right? I see the back of the cards as I shuffle. The Capricorn. Okay, let's see what we have. You have tree. Grounding. And, it's so funny because I just showed you, like, this is the back of the card, right? And That is the picture on the card. Grounding. And love and compassion. Grounding into love and maybe self-compassion. We'll see where this takes you to. But grounding, right? And this is a really good time to ground because things, now that Uranus is in Gemini, things will move very quickly. Inner power and peace of mind. Inner power, right? So this is your grounding. You get grounded so you can lean into your inner power, so you can acknowledge it and you can embrace it and own it. And we all have an inner power and inner strength. But do we use it and do we acknowledge it, or do we just kind of let it go? And sometimes I do both. Sometimes I don't pay attention. Love, compassion, and peace of mind. Just look at this. These cards are just so beautiful. Let's see what your tarot holds. This is great though, Capricorn. I love these cards. Grounded in love, grounded in peace of mind, grounded in your inner power. And this, I say this all the time, these cards so much remind me of my grandmother, my dad's mother. So much so. And I so wish I had more time with her. I was only 12 when she passed. And I so wish that I had many more years. And we know, like, some people can never live long enough. Right? They could live 200 years and it still would not be enough time with them. And that's the sign that you've been really touched by someone and that you've let them in, right? You've let in their love, their compassion, their influence. You have Nine of Swords, you have the Emperor, which of course Capricorn would get the Emperor. Of course. I would not be surprised if the High Priestess or Hierophant came out as well. Seven of Pentacles. Five of Cups. Okay, very interesting. Hierophant. I'm telling you. Sometimes I believe when I'm shuffling these cards that my dad's mother is here. Six of Swords. I really believe that she's here kind of guiding. I don't think she read tarot. She was psychic. She was a psychic. And if anyone knows who Charles Lindbergh was, her and her sister, her cousin was a detective at the time in New Jersey. And her sister gave him the information about the truth about the Lindbergh baby situation, kidnapping. It's a false kidnapping, a fake kidnapping. But this is how good she was. So there's a whole story. There's a whole book about it. But anyway, so I really believe that she is here when I'm doing this and kind of guiding. Okay. Seven of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. So Taurus. Eight of Pentacles. And of course, right, you're an earth sign. You have Eight of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles. So the question is, do you keep going? Are you going in the right direction? If that is your question, the answer is yes. This Nine of Swords, I'm not even worried about. We just had this, right? I'm not even worried about this Nine of Swords because this is kind of a momentary lapse or a momentary question in your mind life. I don't even think that this is a major thing. Usually this would be, but I'm not getting that. Because you come very strong with the Emperor. Like, knowing your worth, taking your rightful place, like in this world. And is that the way for you to go? Do you keep going with that? Because in the face of when you keep going forward into owning like who you are, inevitably something is left behind, or some things have to be shed or spilt or left behind for you to move forward. But you have these three cups are spilled out, right? That represents what you have to let go of. It could be three things, three thoughts. Maybe even it's not even a 3. Although Virgo had 3s coming up. Or maybe it was Taurus. Anyway, doesn't matter. This represents like what you need to let go of, or what's ready to go. Again, your inner power is being strong enough to let these go because you have these 2 cups here. And although there's only 2 cups here and 3 cups here, it is these 2 cups that are balanced and harmony to move you forward. Hierophant, your connection. Look at this. Sitting underneath of a tree, and your card is tree grounding. You have 2 trees, so maybe you have a favorite tree in your yard or outside, or that you pass on your walks, or whatever it is. Maybe hang out by that tree. That tree is calling you for sure. Inner power, right? This Hierophant is here to guide you to your inner power. The Hierophant in the traditional Rider-Waite is depicted by a figure that looks like the Catholic Pope. It is your connection to all that is, and that is very big and very bold, and it's very prominent in your life. And it may be becoming even stronger. And I don't think it's anything you're worried about. There's peace of mind here. It's coming through with a lot of love and compassion. It's coming through with a lot of heat, a lot of energy. And you just kind of know, 6 of Swords, it's just time to move into that higher self, that higher space within you. Keep growing, keep going. Although this is not necessarily a reading, the cards do not really indicate money. Personal growth and inner power, right, is just as successful as, making a lot of money. So there's this metaphoric thing here, money, stability. But there's also stability in knowing who you are and trusting in your inner power. There's stability in, having peace of mind. There's stability in knowing that, love and compassion are within you and they are given to you. There's stability in getting grounded. There's stability in knowing. Very interesting, Capricorn. Let's go to your final card. I don't know if you can hear the birds out there singing. And what time is it? It's like 3:41 in the afternoon, and the birds are out there singing. It's a beautiful day today. So if you have not gotten outside, wherever it is you are, go outside. Enjoy the day. Get some sun on your skin. Smile. Metatron. Sagittarius got this. Heaven to earth. Your current situation is in alignment with your mission on earth. Your current situation, inner power. Your current situation, grounding. Your current situation, love and compassion. Your current situation, peace of mind, are all in alignment with your mission on earth. Your mission on earth, where did he go? The Hierophant, the Emperor, owning your rightful place and knowing just exactly how powerful you are in this world. The Hierophant, knowing that there's deep divine guidance here, whether you call it intuition, whether you call it, you're a psychic, source, divine, God, whatever it is you call it. Metatron, it is your mission. It is your mission to be the natural leader. It is your mission to be the royalty in this world and to lead from your heart and from a place of compassion, not from a place of strength and force. Capricorn, that's your reading. Everyone, thank you for watching. If you have any questions about this, let me know. If this video has answered some questions, if it has opened the door to more questions, and if you've enjoyed it, share it with a friend, like the channel, like the video, or subscribe to the channel, like the video. And until next time, enjoy the energies. I send you light and I send you love.